What's going on, guys? So a couple changes in the garage. We had an opportunity to get a new gun safe. This is a pretty big one. This is a Redhead 44 gun case cabinet. Pretty big. Let me go ahead and go over a couple things real quick, and then we'll go into the kind of meat and potatoes of this. Okay, so on the back, as you can see, there's a plug on the back, and I'm giving it a little over 2 inches. See that? That way it's not binding that cord up. Obviously, if you didn't need the cord, you can butt this all the way up against the wall there. So hang on a second. So here's my 96 bin bolt bin. Have mixed feelings if I want to make this flush with the gun safe, or if I want to move it all the way back to the wall. I think I might move it back to the wall just to make it a little bit more secure, because it's solid. I don't think it'll fall, but I can secure it to the wall that way. But I like having it out here, that way if you're driving by, it doesn't look as noticeable. So let me go ahead and shut this garage and get into the safe. Okay, let's go over a couple things. Obviously, if I had the money, I would rather have a Liberty safe, or I forget all the ones off the top of my head. There's a whole bunch of different safes that are probably a whole lot better quality than this one, as in they're made in America, they have thicker plate steel, that kind of thing. This one I splurged on. I told my wife, I said, hey, this will be the last gun case I'll ever have to buy. As it is, it's too big. As far as I don't have 44 guns, but that gives me a goal, right? So maybe I got the room for it now. But yeah, let's just kind of go over this real quick. We'll go over this latch. I mean, it's nice and smooth, the action on there. This gap right here is not very big. I mean, obviously, I guess if you had the time, you could cram a crowbar in there, but with that, you have, I think there's 16 of these 1-inch bolts. Let's see here. I think these are 1-inch. Yeah. 1-inch bolts. And there's a bunch of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. 16 of these 1-inch bolts. So that's a lot. Now these are, the way these work, these don't move, but they latch in behind this. This is 12 gauge steel, which it feels heavier than that, but it's 12 gauge, I guess. This here is a seal, so whenever it gets so hot, you know, if there's another fire, God forbid, this seal is supposed to swell up and prevent heat and smoke to come in here. Obviously, that's not the main reason. Well, you would think after having a fire, that'd be the main reason why I want this, but it's not really. I wanted this to store some of my guns and ammo and the thumb drives and stuff like that, pictures and that kind of thing. You know, if you have a fire or tornado or whatever, you can't get some of that stuff back. And so that was another reason, and probably one of the selling points to my wife of me getting such a big case gun safe, is that we can put other stuff in there more than just guns. So I think if somebody ever broke into this, yeah, they'd get some of my guns, but they'd be pissed off because there's not going to be any cash or gold or jewelry or nothing like that in here. 6 different shelves, and you have the different pins. I don't know what you want to call them. Anyway, so you can set the shelves wherever you want them to. You can even move these up, move them down, whatever works out best for you. So it's pretty modular. Yeah, that 12 gauge fits in there. It doesn't just slide in there, and it's probably because of the paint that's on there. But we can go to 11 gauge. Yeah, 11 gauge slips right through. Yeah, okay. So with the plug down there, you can have some LED lights going in. You can have a dehumidifier in there. Motion sensor alarm kind of thing, whatever. You can put your computer in here and charge your computer, USB port, you know, whatever you need. So inside we're looking at almost 39.5 or 39 inches. Here we're looking at about 89.5 inches. We're looking about 21 3/8. So on the pockets, you have plenty of pockets. You got 2 rows of 4, so 8 pockets for your handguns. Here you could put your concealed permit papers in there. You know, it's limitless. Pretty modular. These are fairly decent sized pockets. That's cooler. This information here. 25 inches deep, 42 inches wide, 6 feet, 72 inches tall. Now we got this big Bertha in here. We had my friend Daniel help me, as always. It's always great to have good friends that will come and help, even if they know that they're going to be put to work. So really appreciate his help. So we had this loaded on the back of the trailer. I figured from the back of the trailer to the ground is a lot shorter than the back of the truck to the ground. This weighs 900 and a little over 900 pounds, like 909, 908, somewhere around that. So pretty much 1,000 pounds. Anyway, so we slid it down onto the dolly, and once it was on the dolly, we were able to kind of lift it up from there. And whenever it's on the concrete, it slides super easy. It's still tough to move that much weight around, but one person can move it on this concrete without it being on the dolly. I am proud to say that dolly held it without breaking a sweat. There wasn't no flexing or nothing like that. So that's how that went. Now what we need to do, as big as this thing is, I don't want somebody to just back up to the door and have 2 bigger guys just lift this up and throw it in the back of their truck and take off. Then they can have all the time in the world that they need to break into the safe. To prevent 2 thieves just coming in and taking the safe, this comes with holes. So this comes with holes pre-drilled, as you can see, into the safe. So you have your 12 gauge steel, then you have your fire resistant stuff, looks like another layer, and then another layer of fire resistant stuff, and then that. So hang on a second. So as you may or may not know, there's 2 different types of concrete anchors. On the right is your typical concrete anchor. You drill your, in this case, 1/2-inch hole. You hammer that down in there, and then you tighten the nut down, and then this expands and it anchors down into the hole. So this is a great way to anchor this down, or anchor anything down into concrete. The problem is that if you ever wanted to move this, you have to lift the safe up and over those anchors. I don't know of any other way that you can get down in there and cut that out. You'll just have that stud that's down in there. So the alternative is these Tapcon. Basically, you'll drill a 1/2-inch hole in the concrete, and then you will screw these down in like a regular wood screw or sheet metal screw or whatever. It's a concrete screw, and it's supposed to hold just as good as these, if not better. That's kind of their quote, I believe. I did get these. I'm going to put the air compressor. I got these for the air compressor. So, kind of show you about how much it costs. Okay, so the Tapcon, I got 2 packages for $15.58. I got I needed a 1/2-inch drill bit, and that was $17.97. And then the regular anchors, I got 3 of those for $7.14. My wife wanted a lollipop for 79 cents. I said, you know what, babe, just for you. And then let's see, hot galvanized finish one. Oh, and then she wanted some screws or some nails. So it's basically $50 minus, you know, $5 for the wife. So we're looking at $44 for all that. Kind of expensive, but again, this was almost $20 by itself. How much was that? This was $18 by itself, and I didn't have one like this. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start drilling this out. So I think if I mark this here, I think that'll be deep enough, because the hole needs to be deeper than what you're actually drilling into. So I think that'll be a good depth. So alright, let me mark that and we'll get to drilling.